front, you make a big deal about marijuana. You got to remember, people my age, we're children of the '60s, and we're the ones who paved the way for everybody here. So I think there is a bit of gratitude. I want to welcome you here to Valentine's Day Eve. I'm talking to Hallmark about making this an official holiday. You're all here on the ground floor. Kind of nice having Valentine's Day on Sunday. Get all the romantic stuff out of the way tonight, or maybe even last night, and you can do whatever you want tomorrow. But I've got something to do tomorrow. I'm going to the party at the Golden Corral. It's sponsored by my favorite website for dating, it'salmostover.com. That's the one where all you have to do is send in your latest 401k statement and your special dietary needs. I've gone to this the last couple of years, and it starts at 1:30, which is a reasonable time. I want to get there early because I want to hit up the Canadian Viagra salesman there, because that's always good to hit. He's out in the parking lot.
Oh.
And it's great when the John Knox party bus comes in. They've got a cake of spiked Ensure on the bus, and they're just crazy about everything. I'll set the scene for you. You walk in and immediately you're hit with the smells of incense and medical marijuana. You look around, you see lava lamps. Everybody remember lava lamps? Maybe not many of you do. You see black light posters on the wall. You see tinfoil on the ceiling. It's like a college dorm room from the 1970s, and it makes you feel at home. Now, unfortunately, the effect is not quite what it used to be because the lights are on for safety purposes. You see the Grateful Dead cover band playing at a sensible sound level. Their amps only go up to 5, not 11 like most bands. One side of the stage, there's a huge screen showing the movie Woodstock in continuous loop. And it's fun to listen to all the people say that they were there. If that was true, there'd be 2 million people that went to that thing instead of 400,000. On the other screen, they're running all 8 seasons of Matlock in order.
In order.
If you've missed one, you get to get caught up. Then you hit the buffet. Now at the Golden Corral, they have a lunch buffet and an evening buffet. But for this special occasion, they're putting the evening buffet out at 1:30. That means the prime and rib is out there.
Oh.
Usually what we do is get there about 3, pay the lunch price, hide out in the bathroom, come out at 4, and you get the prime rib for $5 less than what you'd pay if you paid the evening price. So this is a big deal.
Big money we're talking.
After you get your food, you can head over and play some of the games. One of my favorite games, and probably the most dangerous one, is spin the oxygen bottle. There's another game that I like. It's called Arthritis, Cholesterol, or Blood Pressure. The MC mentions a drug. If you correctly guess what it treats, cholesterol, blood pressure, or arthritis, you get free samples. If you're not in the mood for games, you can sit at the table and pretty soon you're talking to people, you're playing the Do You Remember game. And you say things like, do you remember when it was okay to lock your kid in the car and go to work and you wouldn't end up in Good Morning America the next day? Or when doctors would do cigarette commercials and you could smoke in the hospitals, airplanes, or anywhere you damn well please. Or when you could play that great yard game called Jarts, until the cowardly toy manufacturers took it off the market because of a few deaths and brain injuries. Those are the good old days.
Whims.
Well, it's now about 4:30, so it's time to go home. Gives you plenty of time to catch a couple Matlocks and half a Hallmark movie. That's a call it a day. So that's something I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Now, I hope you all stay and party. I think you noticed when you came in, the sign says Budweiser are $1 after 11 o'clock.
Yeah! Not anymore.
Oh,
Not anymore.
that was a
What
lie.
used to be. They're cheap. Is it cheap? It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
All right. forget that. But anyways, I just remember what I could get in college back in the 70s. Although I could buy beer and ice cream on the food card that my parents paid for. So basically, it was free. Now you talk about the freshman 15. I had to deal with a freshman diabetes and liver disease. Also, 2 blocks from my dorm was a donut factory. And about 2 o'clock, all the hot donuts would come out. And it was real easy to eat a dozen on my way back to the dorm. It's a miracle any of my internal organs survived college. But I had a great time. In the 70s, you know, that was a political time. My political statement was to let my hair grow. I let it grow all year, long golden locks down my shoulders. Anybody that saw me knew I wasn't letting a man keep me down. But then spring came. And I said, oh my God, I gotta go home and get a job. So, guess what? You gotta get your hair cut. There's no hippie barbers for obvious reasons. So I go into a regular barber shop and listen to all the cackling as my long golden hair gently flows to the ground. It's bad, but not so bad I didn't repeat it for the next couple of years. I also went on a hunger strike in college. Unfortunately, it took 2 months before anybody noticed. People have been on me about my appearance, that I need to up my clothing game. In fact, my own family members constantly talking to me about this. Well, somebody came up to me and said, what you need is an all-leather suit like Eddie Murphy or Andrew Dice Clay used to wear in the 80s.
I never said that. Who was this person?
You're right.
So I went to Men's Warehouse, and believe it or not, they do have them. They're none in my size. I'm not a quitter. I called CeeLo's tailor.
CeeLo.
Everybody knows CeeLo is.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we know who he is.
You have to explain it, I guess it's no good. Anyway, CeeLo's tailor, he put me in touch with a cattle rancher in a tannery. You're gonna need a lot of leather.
Gonna need a lot of leather. Gonna need a lot.
The other day I was in a bar and I got into one of those pointless arguments about which barbecue place was best. And this guy said, oh, the hot sauce at Gates is so good it's like sex.
Oh.
I said, well, I have to agree with you. It's been 20 years since I've had either one.
Oh. That.
I was watching TV, and one of these
Little bit.
LifeLock ads came on about protecting your identity from being stolen. I thought, I would kind of like for somebody to steal my identity, see if they could do better with it than I have. Later on, we started talking about the increase in grizzly bear attacks. Next segue, isn't it? Yeah. He said, you heard about this guy who was in Yosemite Park, got attacked by a grizzly bear, but he survived by playing dead. But unfortunately, he lost both his arms. So I said, I read a book about that. Now here's the audience participation part. Does anybody know what that book was called? Yes?
Book of Arms.
Farewell to
Farewell
Arms.
to Arms.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I've been wanting to do that joke for 25 years, and I never had a setup. That just really happened. I didn't just make this up. Well, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I thought I'd do something a little inspirational for you. I've talked about my granddaughter. She's now 5, going on 6. I'm a little worried because right now we're on the same maturity level. Our burping contests are epic. But soon she'll be 6 and passing me by, just like my kids did, and they'll all be giving me that same look, which I know so well. But I've always thought it'd be great if everybody treated each other like they were 5 years old. That means you go up to somebody and you tell them your name, your age, and how much you weigh. What a great icebreaker. And now, she's at the stage where she's constantly saying, you know what? A person say what? And she'll tell you something about something she saw on TV or food or whatever. But also sometimes she'll say, you know what? And I say, what? She says, I love you. Oh my God, we just fall apart.
Aw.
So I'm thinking for Valentine's Day, it'd be a good time to try this. Now don't do it in the grocery store line or a Quick Trip. But if you're in an appropriate place, the appropriate person, just say, you know what? They say what? You'll say, I love you. And great things will happen. So
Aw.
that's what I got tonight. Thanks everybody
That's
for
cute.
coming out on Valentine's Day Eve.
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
All right. Wait.